Welcome to another episode of the DIPP Dads in Progress podcast, episode 80 with my co-host.
80. Hey y'all.
We got Ty in the building. We got Hev here.
Yeah,
That was
as
a
always.
little dry.
That was dry.
It was a little dry.
No, that was.
It's Ty, y'all. Hey y'all. How y'all doing?
I forgot that was your catchphrase.
Right, exactly. Come on.
How you
it's
feeling?
the
Hev?
humblest one,
The humblest one.
the most humble.
we back, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Consistent too. Like,
we dropping them for y'all.
Yeah,
exactly.
We
Yeah.
ain't taking no long layoff.
Nah.
Exactly.
No breaks. We hope y'all see, the goals. We're accomplishing these goals, right? We said last episode consistency, and we've been consistent. So even through the new year coming, we're gonna keep this going.
And by the time this
Lord
come out,
willing.
it should be around the holidays. So happy holidays to
Yeah.
everybody.
Yep.
Hopefully, everything.
2025.
Yeah.
loading. Definitely
Loading up.
loading. Yeah. Shout out to KD, her event. If anybody who donated or was able to
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
came out and donated or gave some money or whatever the case may
Right,
be. Yeah,
right.
shout
Well,
out to
how was it?
everybody.
Yeah.
How was it, Ty?
It did
'Cause
turn out nice.
Yeah,
Ty
I was
was
there.
there. We was
I was
at
there.
work. We
Yeah,
was working.
it was beautiful weather. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was a Saturday, and it was just a nice day. It wasn't super cold, so it was perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so very nice weather. She started setting up maybe around like 2:30, 2:45, but around 3:00 we started like taking people because she had nice little setup for food.
Yeah, it was a nice little
Clothes,
spread.
yeah, and it was really good stuff, good quality stuff, and that's what I liked. That it wasn't for, like last time she did one, it was for the homeless, but this one was for the community. So it was nice that like somebody, let's say, I don't know, they didn't feel like getting dinner that night, they could just come up and get a platter.
that's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like for, again, people that was really in need. It was just for the community. Like if you wanted something to eat, if you saw a pair of shoes you like, you could just grab them.
Oh, that's decent.
So it was nice.
I'll be
Yeah.
forgetting that aspect of it, like donating clothes and stuff like that. I'll be having
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
I'll be having stuff I want to give away, but I don't be knowing where to take
Where
it.
to take
and
it,
then just
yeah.
be feeling like
Yeah.
taking it to one of those like drop boxes. Sometimes
Yeah, I know what you're
feeling
saying.
like,
Yeah, like you're not
who
really
getting
helping
it?
somebody,
Yeah,
right?
And then when you go to the
right.
Goodwill, sometimes they take your stuff and they charge
And then they
people
sell
for
it, exactly,
so
yeah.
I
like-
would say the one
Yeah.
round in South Philly, that joint be filled all up. I feel like they don't never come
The drop
get
box,
this
right?
stuff.
And then it'd be looking
It'd
like
be bags
sloppy
all over
sometimes,
the
right?
place.
Yeah, stuff just,
Yeah,
you don't want to just take your
leaving my
stuff
stuff
and,
there.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if it's good quality stuff,
Exactly.
yeah. But I mean, no, that's something that maybe, we could try and set up through like our, philanthropy
dope.
type stuff where like
Yeah.
we're finding people or families that we can like donate to. And
Yeah,
of course
because I
we
think
could
that's
work with
I think a
KP.
lot of people got stuff they don't use that they just holding on to, and it's like you can get rid of it, but a lot of times you want to see it go to
Exactly.
somewhere well, or,
Right,
some,
right.
some people who need it actually
right.
need the stuff.
and gonna
yeah.
really use it. Yeah.
The fact that Goodwill sells stuff is crazy to me. Like they take stuff for free and then sell it is crazy to me. That's 100% profit. Like that's 100% profit.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't they? Is it marketed as like donations?
Yeah, it's marketed as a donation and you get like a write-off, but they literally take the stuff they give you and they sell it. So it's like,
Yeah, but at the same time, you like Goodwill is available for everybody to just walk in and buy something.
To
You know
buy
what
it,
I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like if it was, let's say, only for the homeless or like less fortunate,
Right,
that
right.
might be different where they can literally just say,
right.
come in
And
here
then
and get what you need.
People actually like resell that stuff for more money. Like
Yeah, I know. Like thrifting is like a thing. People thrift.
Nick used to do that, and then
Oh, yeah.
Chaz used to do that too. Like they'll thrift and go to like places like Ross, and you get stuff and then
And, like,
you resell.
resell.
Oh, yeah, I know
Mhm, yeah,
somebody
yeah,
yeah.
that job, man.
Listen,
That's
thrift
another
store be
hustle.
having some of
Yeah.
that stuff. Like
yeah.
if you really take
People
some
be
time to
sleeping
go
on it.
through, right? And then of course, depending on the neighborhood where you go, like if you go out to the suburbs, really
Yeah,
nice
you go
spots, like
further
you
out,
get
yeah.
good stuff at the thrift store.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, if you can put a look together in the thrift store, then that's how you know you got some style, some swag, because you can find
But some people be-
finds.
Some people
in there.
be addicted to the thrift store. My grandma, I'll be like, yo, you can buy some stuff at the store. Like you don't only have to shop at the thrift. Like you can buy some
But
stuff.
she's
Like,
like,
once
She
people start
thrifty.
thrifting, they don't want to buy no new stuff.
but
Like,
I
don't
get it
hate
because
on
it's like, why
grandma.
am I paying top dollar in this
Yeah.
department store when I go to the thrift store? Yeah, I might
she
have
might
to
come.
wash
no,
it.
everything
but
don't gotta be used though. Like you want some brand new stuff.
She's a
sometimes.
smart
Like,
shopper. Grandma, you're a smart.
Exactly,
She's
right.
a
See,
smart
that's wrong with
shopper.
the problem with black people now. Always
need
got to
some
get
new
something
shit.
new. No,
some new shit. Well, I'm gonna tell you this too. All right, it's fine and dandy if you want like thrift for yourself. Don't thrift gifts.
oh no,
Oh, no.
I
That's
think
That's a no.
But how would you
wait,
know?
people do that.
But you shouldn't
would you
do
know,
that.
though?
Right,
You shouldn't
true.
thrift the
That's
gift.
true.
No.
Yeah.
But people do that?
Baby, I got you a big nab jersey. Like, yeah, like no, you don't want to thrift a gift. Yeah,
Why you at this? You
I got
grandma
big
voice
nab
like?
jersey. Like no, you don't want to thrift a gift.
If I don't know, it's cool. Like this,
Right, exactly.
long as I don't know that.
Like,
it's
how
from
do
the
you
thrift
know
But
shop.
if you
where
know
that
the
mug
person
from?
for being a thrift type person,
Oh, then you know, yeah.
then you know, like you know
I
people
just think you
who live and
assuming.
die by the thrift.
You just
so.
assuming that it's a thrift gift.
You
If
know
it
what
may
a
not
thrift
be a
shop-
thrift
that shit
gift.
don't smell new. Like it may smell wise,
Smell
but it ain't
like
gonna smell
mothballs.
new. Yeah, it smell like
like a
game.
fire a
like,
little bit,
Like,
like-
something brand
Like
new smell like
Bengay.
game or something like that. Like yeah,
When Martin got them clothes from there,
smell like
all of them. Like,
yeah, yeah. Martin was like,
Wait,
no, that shit smell like smoke.
wait, what's wrong with Gain? That's a good scent.
Yeah, but it's not a brand new scent. Brand new scent smell like something.
Gain
gonna smell
is a
like
brand
Gain.
new scent. What you talking
No, it's
so
about?
if you
brand
got
new
new clothes,
wash.
it ain't gonna smell like
Yeah.
game. Brand new clothes ain't gonna smell like game.
I just feel like it don't matter. Like, how do you know? Listen, it's the thought that counts,
It is for sure.
right?
If you go to the
It's
store
listen.
buy,
It's holiday
I say-
season. Don't go broke trying to impress people. If all you could get is a mug or a shirt from the thrift store, get it from the thrift store. Just wash it. Make sure it's fresh.
Getting mugs from the thrift store is wild.
You gonna
should
wash
not
that
get
too.
no. You should not get nothing that people use with their mouth. That's like getting silverware from the thrift store. Like no,
Okay, but the silverware you get from a department store that's been touched how many times? What's the difference?
touched
It
and
been
used.
touched
is
and
pretty
not- it
different.
ain't been nobody mouth on it.
But germs are germs. What's the
Somebody that
difference?
ate collard
you
greens with that
wild,
damn
Ty.
fork. Ty, you a thrifter too.
Honestly, I haven't been in a thrift store in a long time, but nothing is wrong with the thrift store. I just feel like I'm just a person, like, it don't matter where it's from. It's about the quality of what I'm getting. Like, that's just
about
how
the
I
thought,
feel. It's
I
the
guess,
quality.
yeah.
Just because I'm going to this high-end store, I don't know. Like, it's not about, oh, it's this much or this name, so it's more value to me. No, if I go in a thrift store, I see a really nice pair of shoes. I'm like, wow, this is a nice pair of shoes. Whatever.
I get it. But let's get it. Let's get
Right,
on topic.
like-
I digress because I'm gonna go all day about this
Exactly.
thrift
You
shit.
know we gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna change. So next
the big,
topic.
the
Next
big
topic,
news
please.
this week was Jay-Z. Y'all see Jay-Z in the news? They trying to diddy my man Hov.
Try to get my man
They
out of
was
here.
waiting.
Trying to take him off the
Yeah.
top.
But then I saw. Well, I haven't even really been following up with it.
Wait,
but like,
you
what's
want-
the
you wanna
latest?
Get a breakdown.
The latest, actually today, I seen that his lawyer wants to separate all ties from him and Diddy, saying him and Diddy not friends at all. Like they were
Well,
just
that's a lie.
associates.
How many
That's
pictures?
what came
Come
out
on,
today.
come on.
It came out today that if anybody don't know, Jay-Z was being accused. A 13-year-old girl accused him and Diddy of
At a
raping
Diddy
him
party,
at a party,
yeah,
at a Diddy
yeah.
party a while ago. The little girl did an interview. She didn't show her face or give her identity or anything, but it was a lot of holes in her
Story.
story.
Mm-hmm.
And even with her father saying
Yeah,
he
Dad
don't
didn't
remember
want-
nothing
yeah.
she talking about, he would remember something like that. And even like another band she said she was talking to, they said they weren't even in the state at that time. So it was a lot of inconsistencies, whereas though Jay-Z and a lawyer was like, listen, we want to stop this now because like you dragging his name in the limelight when it's something that's clearly false. Well, anyway, so that's what it is. Accusations of him raping a 13-year-old after the VMAs, and I don't know what year it was.
And I was gonna say, how old is the individual now?
Oh, they didn't. I don't know if they said.
Because
I
it
don't think they
happened
said,
when
yeah,
she
when
allegedly
she
when
was
she was 13,
Yeah,
right?
She was 13, so it was. I can't remember what they
Okay.
said, but I know the woman. She came out. She's autistic as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was a woman on the spectrum.
How y'all
autism.
think he did by getting ahead of it? Like before he made it public news before the lawyer
Yeah,
did,
that
or
was
the
smart.
media outlets could like slander his name. He jumped out in front of it.
I think it was smart, and if you know Jay-Z, that's like always what he did. Like anytime somebody throw dirt on his name, he might put in a song. Like for instance with Fox, there was one time they said he had sex with Free, had a baby by Free, and
Yeah,
all this
yeah,
stuff.
that was definitely a rumor.
He always jump on it when it happened to clear his name up. So that's just what he does. So I think it was smart. I think it was smart to show people like he ain't scared of it. Like
Right.
Yeah.
like I didn't do this. Like I wouldn't do something like that. And like he said, it's like he got a kid that age. So it's like making him seem like
Yep.
don't
Wow.
do that. Like
Didn't
you
even
killing
think
my
about
family
that.
at the end of the day. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Right. Yeah.
I just think all that like that money grab stuff that people do is crazy. It's wild that you could just say somebody's name and people run with it. Like there's a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, he definitely did it." Like just because.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask y'all, like, do y'all feel like people were quick to jump on it and believe it, because a lot of, like, when I was on social media, I was seeing where a lot of people felt like people were ready to jump on it because of his ties to Beyonce, and they was like ready to be like, have like a gotcha moment for Beyonce, you know? So like, do y'all think people were too quick to just assume it was true because of the Diddy stuff?
Yeah, I was about to say, I know when the Diddy stuff came out, people was throwing Jay name in there. So it was like, it's only a matter of time before
somebody say something with him.
Jay was real cool with him, so he had to be doing the same shit.
Right.
That might have led to, I ain't mean to cut you off, that might have led to people saying like, oh, he the next one, because a lot of people insinuated that.
Yeah, that because he was hanging with him, it would be him next. But I don't necessarily mean that. Like, I'm cool with sport. I don't do everything sport
that he do, right.
You
and I also think it was the age difference.
Don't put no
No, I'm not saying sport into nothing like that.
Right. I know what you're saying. Like, just because I'm friends with somebody don't mean I'm into what they into.
Right.
But I also think people were quick to jump on it because of the age difference between Beyonce and Jay-Z too.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
it was like,
well, that was the thing with Foxy too. Yeah, like they say he met Foxy Brown when she was
right.
too.
And then Foxy came out and she said that he
said it. Yeah, it wasn't true. Right.
But that was a different time too. I think people keep like putting everything in the time capsule. That was a different time. Like, if you're not mad at your grandpa for being married to your grandma that's 15 years younger than them, then let's not go and kill Jay-Z off for some of the things he did.
That's a good point.
So it's a lot of stuff. That's a
good point.
Right.
We flirt on the line of what's acceptable and what was of the time. I think a lot of that stuff wasn't acceptable, but of that time, it wasn't an issue.
At the time, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, so now it is a big issue. We can't go back and just try to revisit history
I know what you're saying,
and re-accuse everybody for things that happened in the past. And that seemed like been the narrative lately.
So on that note, I just have a question for y'all. Like, how do y'all feel about separating the artist from what they do? Like R. Kelly, Diddy. And I only asked that because, as y'all know, like, I saw this, like, was it a meme or a GIF or a video? Something on social media, right? It was about R. Kelly and, like, people saying, basically, I'm still listening to his music. Yeah. Like, I'm listening to R. Kelly. I don't know what Robert was doing, you know? And it just, I don't know, made me think, because at the time I'm like, I get it, because, them songs he had hits. Same with Diddy. Like, how, like, at what point do you separate the artist from what they do?
I think Jay-Z was my line, like, where I really, like, I was kind of flirting with it because I was a big Tory Lanez fan, and I kind of went away from him after like the Meg
situation, yeah.
And then same thing with R. Kelly. Like, I listen to a lot of R. Kelly, and when that happened, I kind of like, I'm still a little
icky,
like,
right? Like,
especially certain songs though. I think certain songs is my thing where I draw the line with like, that just don't sound right. Yeah.
Right.
So if it don't sound right to me, I turn it off.
Yeah, it seems like you ready, like.
Yeah, he got songs. They showed me some ID.
Yeah, like some stuff.
He was telling y'all just wasn't listening.
But that's what I said. Things of the time when you revisit some things and it's like, it's not like hitting. It's like
it's very blatant.
Yeah, it's very blatant, and people just didn't mind it.
But we gotta go even back further. Like, I mean, Marvin Gaye and all like. And I love Marvin Gaye, but I heard he was.
But a lot of things at the time, though, right?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if we really take the time to go back, like this was kind of normal,
right? It was normal,
and it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just a lot more awareness now. I was literally talking to somebody about that today, where I feel like nowadays, like, we just have a label for everything, which is like really good, right? Because I feel like in our generation, because we're able to like label something, we're able to identify what it is and like. No, all right, now that I know what it is, I know how to handle it and know how to treat it, versus back in the day, it was just, things was just how they were. Like, it wasn't maybe a mental health diagnosis. You just knew that person was a little different, So I just feel like, nowadays, because we're so aware of everything and we can really label something specifically, it opens our eyes to stuff to be like, that was actually really crazy. And it wasn't normal.
And and another thing, being like ignorant to things and being mean was acceptable. Like, if you were ignorant to it, you was able to be mean at things, and like, if you didn't understand something, it was okay to be volatile with your words and say whatever and call people out their names because you didn't understand it. Right. Now, like, it's like, you need to educate yourself on something.
Oh, for sure.
Right. So a lot
Ignorance
of things that
is not an excuse.
But a lot of things that you don't understand doesn't give you the grounds to be,
right,
malicious.
disrespectful.
Yeah, disrespectful,
yeah,
malicious with
yeah.
it. Like now, it's just like I don't understand that, and it's not my beliefs or not what I do. But you have the right to be whatever you want.
Right,
And for
right.
a long time,
Yeah.
people wasn't a right, didn't have that
No,
right.
not
They
at
was
all.
able to say whatever they want to
Right.
them.
Right.
But to get back to what I was saying with like the music, I found myself listening to a lot of music that like before I told myself I wasn't listening to it. And somebody I saw a TikTok on. They like if you think you stopped listening to R. Kelly, you didn't because he wrote so many songs.
yeah.
Like if you look in the
Yeah.
writer credits of so many
Yeah,
songs,
yeah.
yeah.
Facts.
Wow,
I draw the
that's
line with
true.
like the edgy songs that sound like that put the thought in my head.
I know
like
what you're saying. He was talking about
something.
a younger, yeah.
But
yeah.
other than that, like I'm back to listening to a lot of stuff that I told
That you-
myself that
that
I
you
wasn't
wasn't
listening to.
going
And I think
to,
you do
yeah.
have to separate it because art is art and it comes in different forms.
Well, I think too that has a lot to do with like our access to information nowadays, where like with social media, I think, back in the day when we talking about Marvin Gaye, Temptations, like that generation, right? All you knew was the art. All you
Right.
knew was the music. I'm sure you might have heard even like Teddy Pendergrass, like you heard rumors, like you heard about stuff that might have been going on, but like with social media, everything is so
can see
like
it.
then I mean that was the whole point that social media was created in a way. Like I remember Twitter was created in the beginning because it was like you following celebrities and what they were doing, right? Like, and then of course now everybody's on Twitter and you could tweet however you want to, but I remember it being made for that purpose of like a celebrity status. Like you get to just live, see what's going on live with the celebrity. So like back then we didn't know the personal business. So all we could do was appreciate the art.
Right.
Now that we're exposed to the person as the artist and as like a regular person, it's like good and bad, because some artists you'll be like, no, I don't support that. Like I don't, how you feel is real crazy where I don't even want to support your music. But then you get on the other hand where it's like, dang, that's my artist, but they into some crazy stuff. Like
What
I
you
feel
think,
conflicted.
What you,
I'm
how you
gonna go on camera right now and say if it is true about Jay, I'm not stopped listening to him. I'll tell you right
For
now.
I know
real.
I
you
did it
was
with
like-
Kels.
Yeah.
I
What
did
about
do it with
Tory? I know
Kels.
you-
I never listened to Kels.
Oh, all right, you never really
that was
listened to
easy.
Tory. Oh, that was easy. Yeah. That's another
That
thing
was
too. When it's
easy.
somebody you don't listen to, like, yeah, I ain't never
Right.
But you know what's
Right.
crazy? After the match, I listen to him more now than
Yeah.
before.
Who? Tory?
Tory, yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't.
It don't.
I mean, that's just
But
like,
I never heard of Tory Lanez, so I was like, yo, I gotta listen to him.
I think he got.
I
he
got
a
it
lot
from.
of
I ain't gonna lie. I got
Yeah.
it from Sport. I think
For real. Is
the
he a
first
rapper
song.
or a singer?
both.
Bro, I think the first song you put, I think was that Penthouse Red on.
Yeah, yeah.
You played that, and I listened to that, and that was my shit.
Yeah.
So then I started giving him a shot because I didn't fuck with him at all.
But it's kind of like what Drake do, like a diet version.
Yeah, same thing.
I got
Yeah.
you.
But as far as Kels, like I did stop listening to him for a while. But I like once he got sentenced and stuff like that, I feel as though, all right, now he got his punishment.
Yeah.
I can go back to the music.
That makes sense.
But again, like when you listen
Interesting.
to some of the songs, they be like,
It's-
damn,
it's just weird.
It's weird. Like he
It
really was
is,
telling us.
yeah.
that's
and
like
we
that
wasn't.
Frank Ocean song. I skipped that.
Bro, I was
What?
when we was having when you was talking, I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
Frank
yeah,
Ocean, like when
yeah.
you hear that
He said that new feel. I'll be
yeah,
like,
that
Wait, what? I'm
the doing the tornadoes gonna
Yeah,
cross
yeah,
the
that-
room the other day.
He be like, I remember my first time that new feel.
Think
whatever,
about you.
like,
Oh,
think
because
about
he.
you, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I'd be
got
like,
you.
ew.
Gotcha. Okay.
When
get
I
it
listen
now.
to that now, I'm like, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Calm down, boy. It was a little horny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I try to separate the art
Yeah.
from the artist, but
I
some
do
stuff
too,
you just
you
can't
can't,
listen to.
right? I
Now
know.
I believe I can fly. I think that's safe.
It is.
Step
But
in the
who's
name of
really
love.
like,
I
yo,
sung
I
that
gotta
at
hear that. I
graduation.
believe I
Yeah,
can fly.
Step,
Like,
step in the name of love and stuff.
That's
like
safe.
that.
listen, I had.
But I like that nasty shit.
Yeah, not that safe.
Some of that
not.
not safe.
Some of that
It's
not
not.
safe at all.
What do y'all
Especially,
think
I
about?
believe if you ready.
Yeah,
That's-
Yeah, that one was.
You gotta
really,
retire that one.
And that was like one of
if
my
you put
shots.
that on the card,
Bro.
you gotta play that by. If you are gonna play it, you gotta play it by yourself.
Listen, when you
or
used to-
somebody that's not gonna
Yeah,
judge you.
right.
Back in the day when
Right.
you used to make a mood tape, like a
Yeah.
sex tape, that was
Yeah.
one of my go-to songs.
I mean,
right
yeah,
there.
R. Kelly was the number one. Like you, yeah,
Can't do it no more,
And that's what,
like,
right?
it's a wrap.
It's weird. Like
He fucked
wow.
that up for us.
What y'all feel
He
about
did.
this? United Health. What have said? United Healthcare.
Health aid.
Yeah, yeah. United Health.
He renamed
Medicaid.
the insurance company. United Health.
United Healthcare.
I was like, what insurance is that?
Yo,
United
it
Healthcare.
sound right.
Yeah,
every
the
time.
I
CEO.
like it. I mean, I understand it.
The
The
CEO,
CEO, yes,
being,
he was
killed.
like
Yeah.
murdered and Broad. Oh, no, I was gonna say broad day. It wasn't broad
It was
day.
dawn.
It was night. It was nighttime. I
Morning.
think, right?
No, it was 6 a.m.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was early. Yeah.
Oh,
That shit
I
is-
did.
is
Dad,
really
he got him
playing
on
out.
a wake up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yo, I swear it's playing out like something you watch on TV, like
Like
HBO
that's really
Max
crazy.
series,
Like this,
it's
my
playing
man
out
didn't
like
even get a
that.
cup of coffee. Like,
Yo, this shit is
So
crazy.
supposedly he was moving. He was at one hotel and he was headed to another hotel
For a meeting or
for like a
something.
meeting. So this guy knowing, and I mean, this story is like the proof that the internet got so much stuff. Like they said the kid had like spinal issues, and I heard he couldn't like perform in the bedroom, and that like kind of trumped the reason why he did some of the things.
But then I heard he didn't even have like health insurance though.
well, his
guy.
and then it's just like so many rumors to it.
Yeah.
I know he was a
did.
Penn graduate,
and I
right?
heard he definitely was like a Penn graduate. Was living
Yeah.
in Philly.
Yeah.
But I also heard that like his family had a lot to do in the healthcare arena.
Yeah, they owned a lot of rehabilitations and
Okay,
like nursing
okay,
homes.
yeah.
And they was
And-
all overtaken by United Healthcare.
Right, and I also heard like that the CEO was like some of the policies that were being, put
in
into
place.
put into place were impacting a lot of people, like not taking care of them, and I don't know, maybe this guy was like an extremist in that space of
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really been following up with it as I probably should, but from what I understood, it just seemed like this guy was like really passionate about like helping the American people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think the narrative on a lot of this younger generation that's letting their voice be heard, and a lot of them are Democrats and all that, and they made it a political issue fast, but. A lot of them, these are the people that's like occupying on campuses and stuff like that, and
Because
doing
they just
walkouts
tired,
and stuff like that.
And what was he,
them
26?
revolting. Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just
Yeah.
want, like, as you were saying, I'm thinking about his age. He was
Yeah.
in his 20s.
I think it's becoming a political issue.
It is,
When
yeah.
I could see both sides of the coin, where some people say like, because you represent something doesn't mean that you are the machine. You might be a cog in that machine. That don't mean you make everything run. So how fair is it for you to be targeted, for you to be taken away from your family and things of that nature because you represent, because you sit in a high chair in the evil company.
Right.
It's
Maybe
no
you-
different than people who, the CEO of McDonald's that may be feeding you a bunch of fast food or whatever the case may be. I do think healthcare in this country is as poor as it could be. And the concept of insurance is poor as it can be. Like the fact that you got to put in your zip code before they give you like coverage for your car,
see it, yeah,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
see if you live in poverty neighborhoods, they charge you
And
more.
they're going to charge you more.
Right.
Well,
if you
that's-
don't have a college degree, they charge you more, like things of that nature.
But that's also just the American way of doing things.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate. I mean, obviously, I worked in healthcare for a number of years, so I see the behind the scenes of it. And, obviously, saw cases where it helped people, where people were, they were brought back to a place of healing by going to that particular hospital or whatever. But also, you see the other side of the coin, where it's people that can't afford certain things, or because they can't meet the deductible or pay the copay or co-insurance or whatever, it's affecting the care that they receive and the decisions that they get to make. And that shouldn't be the case,
No.
But unfortunately, healthcare is a business, and so like, of course, the comparison is like Canada, where it's universal healthcare.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, it would be interesting to talk to a Canadian person. Like, what's that process like? Is it where you got to wait on a long list? Let's say you need to see a heart doctor. Like, is in
Right.
there you got to wait months and months and months because it's
Yeah,
free healthcare?
because
I
it's
don't
free,
know
right.
how that process works. But, like, the fact that your insurance and the quality of insurance is tied into where you work, similar to, like you said, about the car insurance and where you live, I mean, it's very unfortunate. And I just think our generation, and maybe even younger, is just fed up. Does that give you an excuse to murder somebody? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's somebody's, like, you're not responsible for taking life because you can't give life.
Right.
But at the same, there's no but. However, with that, I feel like unfortunately, these cases might be happening more and more when it's
Yeah.
like
It's an episode
kids
of,
that's just fed up.
right, it's
Like,
an
I'm
episode
fed
of the
up with the
world's
student loan
frustration.
debt crisis because
Right.
I wanted to go to school to get a better education. Like, why am I being penalized for that? Because my parents didn't make X amount of money. I want to be a productive citizen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that I got to go to college to be one, but like, why are you penalizing me because I want to go to school and make something of myself? You should be giving me money to go to school. Like, you give me money. Like, you should be, yes, we need y'all because what happens when people don't go to what happens when people are not encouraged to get a higher education? Exactly. How are you keeping them kind of like stuck? You know, we know, again, with this country, it's a rhythm and a rhyme for everything. It ain't, you know, random where it's just, oh, this is how. No, it's meant for a purpose, especially when we talking about black people and people of color. But at the same time, it's just frustrating. And, you know, it's like, it's not, doesn't make it acceptable, but how people are just fed up. Certain demographic of people, and especially an age group like 20-year-olds, 30, like they just feel like, why did I want to be an adult? What do I get? Like I wanted to become an adult to get no help. Like I'm stressed out. Like I got all this debt, can't move out to get my own place, can't buy a house, I can't have kids.
The American dream don't exist.
It don't exist, and it just sucks.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's not.
Sorry, y'all. I got a little fired up.
Yeah, you was spitting.
All right,
it's just not.
Because I'm like, I know I got a little, but it just irritates me.
It's not obtainable for American people, and that's the thing. The American dream is given to people who come here.
Oh,
and
my
it seems like
goodness.
we more in the business of hospitality than
it's just a facade. Yeah. It's a facade. Come to America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. We're amazing, but go to New York. You're going to see trash and homeless people all over the place.
They do a better job of selling the dream than actually offering the dream.
It, right? Like
that's what America does.
And that's
but I think I hope that this leads to like a reform in insurance and healthcare and things of that nature. And
we can
hopefully
dream.
It could be
right.
Yeah, you know, some things shift the tides, and hopefully this is something that might shift the tide. Like you said, we don't want things like that to happen, but for somebody to go to that extreme, it's an indication of
how passionately they feel about the situation.
John Q. If anybody has never seen that movie, that's a perfect example of what we're talking about.
John Q. Yes, that's a throwback. That's a movie I can only watch one time.
Damn,
you know, you got the movies
like
where they just
exactly what we talking about.
Yeah. Nah, that's real. Wow.
When that came out in like 2003
years. I watched that joint on DVD.
Yeah, I went to the movies to see that in like grade school. That's how long it was.
Yeah, grade school. Yeah, no, that's the joint.
You was in college. I had to get a babysitter to go see that by then. But yeah. Damn, grade. You wasn't no damn grade school.
I was in like 8th grade, bro.
I'm gonna look it up after off air. We gonna look up what time
I saw it on DVD. That's dating it right there. It was definitely between 2000 and like 2005.
Yo, if you collecting DVDs, just get rid of them. Like,
I want to watch a DVD, man.
I don't know why I want to say that, but just like if you got.
No, listen. Quick story. Right. My daughter called me the other day. She called me. I'm at work. She was blowing my phone up. So I'm nervous, like something's going on.
Yeah.
So I go in the bathroom real quick. Yo, Key, what's wrong? With Dad, I'm just excited. I was cleaning up in the basement. I found all your old DVDs and all old CDs. I said, what?
DVDs.
So she started going over the movies and shit like that. And she telling me like this. I said, listen, I'm coming to get them Jones. Hold them Jones for me. I'm coming. I don't have no DVD player.
Nah, get one. Go to the thrift store.
No CD player. I got old mixtapes, all types of stuff. I can't even listen to them. I'm going to get one.
Where it's going to be at? The thrift store.
Oh, yeah. Let me go.
Sport over here talking all that trash about the thrift store. I bet you going to find a DVD player and a CD player.
They had the portable joint.
Yeah.
And they said the motor so loud you can't hear the movie when you watch it.
Not the motor.
Yo, I'm going to go get me a DVD. I want to watch my DVDs. I got.
Right.
Even though I can watch them.
It's some movies, they just don't hit the same because I'm not watching them on DVD. Like Rush Hour 2, it don't hit the same because I'm not watching it on DVD.
That's because them commercials.
Gladiator.
Them ads and them commercials.
No, DVD didn't have ads.
No, I'm saying that's why I don't hit the same because everything got an ad or a commercial in it.
Nah, it was just something about, wiping a CD, making sure, putting that joint in, hearing the spin. You see the little Blu-ray joint pop up.
Do TVs even have that? Remember, you used to have like a red, white, and yellow on there, like
the cords.
Yeah, the cords was like red, white, and yellow.
Nah, we don't need no input output.
Yeah,
most of it just HDMI, John.
If you still got a big screen, HDMI, like a floor model big screen, get rid of that.
No, you can get rid of that.
The tube probably went on that, so it probably ain't even working anyway.
Go ahead and let that go.
Yeah. But like we said, it's the holiday season. We talked about sad and like the year ending. Let's talk
New
about
Year's
some,
coming up.
Yeah, let's talk
What's
about some
y'all goals?
2025 goals.
What's your goals for New Year? Have?
I feel like my goals is the same every year. Like I just want to.
Does that mean you're not accomplishing them?
Yeah, pretty much. Or I mean, I don't know. I just want to have a better year than I had last year. That's all.
Oh, well,
Healthy, wealthy.
Yeah.
Health and wealth for sure.
I mean, that's the sure measure of a man, though. Progress.
Yeah, I do want to do more. I want to go out more.
But
I feel like
travel or just go out?
Travel for sure. I feel like on my days off, I just stay in the house and not do nothing.
Yeah, you gotta get out.
Yeah, I gotta get out
buff,
more.
Though. That's your thing. Like,
I love sitting and
yeah,
watch movies. I do that.
movies, yeah.
I really
Yeah,
do.
but you gotta.
But no, I want to go out more. I do want
Yeah.
to travel more. I am going to do more trips this year. At least
Good.
2 this year.
Good.
At least 2.
Yeah,
Jamaica in February for sure.
I love Jamaica.
Guam.
Yes, Wagwan.
But yeah, that's it. I just want to do. I want for sure get my health in order because I just went to the hospital the other day and I really got to do that.
You need a consultation, Head?
Yeah, I'm gonna
book a
talk to you.
consultation.
Some words you
Coach
just don't say
Ty.
on the podcast. Don't say health. Don't say insurance. Don't say nurse. Don't say none of that.
Trigger words?
Yeah, they all
Oh,
trigger words.
How was a trigger word? If anything, he got
It's good,
a
though. I
live
got- yeah.
Pull up her,
registered
what's the
nurse
name?
giving him
Yeah.
all kinds of.
What you call that thing?
He needs to listen. You
Stethoscope.
better utilize. You better utilize your resources.
Yeah, right. I got it right next to me.
like,
But no, for
we
sure
gonna have
though.
to see that after visit summary. What's going on? What
Yeah,
the doctor
but
say?
it
I need
was-
to see them vitals. What medications are prescribed? What was that blood pressure looking like?
But yeah,
Okay, Michael Jackson.
no, I'm definitely gonna work on the health and wealth thing and
Yeah.
more traveling and more spending more time with my family for sure.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Sport?
This was one of my goals from last year, and it started off well. And being the positive person that I try to be, if I don't accomplish it next year, I
That
put it
ain't
on-
working.
Like you ever saw the Shiggy joint? With the Shiggy joint, he was like, "Yeah, I know. I said it was gonna be my year last year, and it wasn't. It's gonna be my
wasn't.
fucking year this year. And if it ain't my year this year, it's gonna be my year the next year."
Right.
So one of my things is I want to get into like reading, like really reading,
Oh, wow.
like picking up a book and actually reading. So I want to accomplish. I want to like quarterly it and do like 4 books for the year and like one
Oh,
every
that's
3
not-
months.
that's not bad.
So I think that's a good way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I want to focus on what I'm reading. Like I don't want to read no like smut books and nothing like that. I
No
want to read
Zane
something.
Johns.
Yeah, I
no,
ain't read,
no
anybody
Sister
can
Soldiers.
read that. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
about to ask, like,
yeah.
what kind of books would you want to read? Like, are you
Right.
like a fantasy?
No.
Now you cracking up this episode, F. Why you
everybody
laughing? Why?
can
Because he
say
said
they-
he want to read.
But everybody say they read and then they read just like
It's
smut
about
books.
one.
Like you just horny. You just horny. That's it.
Yo,
Of course you keep
what
reading.
is
And you
smut
horny.
book, though? That's what I'm
Right,
trying to figure out.
exactly.
That's what made me laugh.
That's why I
Like,
just thought Zane.
Yeah,
Like,
Zane books
Zane
and all that.
Chronicles.
Zane,
Y'all
that
read
was
enough of them in the
art,
6th
okay?
grade,
That
in the
was
7th grade. Oh,
listen,
Zane,
well,
that's wild.
I do want to read.
Were you like a Harry Potter reader?
No, I don't want to
I
read
can't
fantasy.
do
I
that.
do
Well,
a
no,
lot
I'm
of
just
self.
not now.
self-help.
I'm just saying, like back in the day. Like, are you like a fantasy reader? Like, what kind of books do you want to read?
Well, I want to read self help. Like a
Oh,
lot of
self-help.
self help. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really? I don't
yeah.
know. That's like the worst book to read for me. I mean, not the worst.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry because it's a self help. But I don't know. For me, like I like books where you kind of get like taken away in the story. You know what I mean?
I guess that's what keep you coming back. Yeah. So
Well, not even that. I don't know. Like self help.
is-
I think
my
I
thing
would
is
rather
with
maybe
book is-
watch it or listen to it.
no, but I'm saying like when you say something that keep you in the story, that keeps the retention to it, and that keep you. Oh, it's getting better.
Yeah,
You
like a
really
self help.
lose that
Like, will
in
I be like,
self-help.
oh, I want to pick this up?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I think with self help, I usually take that stuff and I apply it. So I get a kick out of like when I read something and it says something and it give me a new perspective on things.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
interesting because as we're talking about this, I feel like I realize self help material. I like taking like. I prefer to take that different than reading. Like I
Yeah.
prefer to watch it,
Okay.
or maybe listen to it.
Okay, so me, I'm
Self help.
different.
Whereas
so,
reading, I want it to be like a story.
yeah,
you know.
I'm the other way. Like if it's something that's a book but turned into a movie, I'm gonna just wait for the movie. I don't
Yeah, I'm the same
yeah,
way.
yeah. But like
real?
self help, I
So
like
you-
to,
I don't
I
like
like to
reading at
operate
all.
with
Okay.
self-help.
Oh, and you're not a reader, no. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used
I think it's
to.
boring.
I love reading.
And
I
I don't read as much, but I used to love reading when I was
I
younger.
want to get rid of this gut that shout
Oh,
out
yeah.
to Lex.
Yeah,
Lex,
how's it
you
work?
know.
Yo,
Oh, that
Put
was
a
Lex
gym
that said
together,
that.
yeah. She said
Shout
my
out to
shit-
Lex because
Shout
What
out
she
to
said,
Lex.
she
she said
some-
what we all was thinking. So, no,
What she called me? Cannon? No, Big Pimpin'.
She said sucking
Yeah.
the gut, big.
Yeah, that's a crazy word.
I
to
think I
use.
screenshotted that and saved it because it was just
That's
was
a
hilarious.
shame, yo.
Yo,
But
shout out
that,
to Lex though.
And I just want to
Have I gotta get my look back? Have you see I'm getting my
yeah,
look
I
back
see. You
this
get it.
episode, all right? Because whenever I be watching
when
the
he
episodes
start,
back,
don't do it.
you start right. Exactly.
going toe to toe.
When he
That
start,
just
You
means we
called me
going toe to
Beyonce
toe.
off air, but
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
you laughed though. But
I'm going to laugh if it's
I'm trying to
funny.
think of my
like,
last-
I
I'm
But
don't,
go ahead,
my
get
last
his
goal.
goals. Let's
I
these
mean-
goals, bro.
let me get my last goal.
All right, so the gut was the last one. You gonna hit the gym consistently? Because you know
Nah,
consistency
I
is key.
think no, it's not even that. Like, it's not even a gym thing for me. I'll go to the gym, but I
Uh-huh.
think I just want to find a healthier way of living. Like,
Okay.
find a little. I think I might lack a little bit of discipline. So like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to get into bed at 9. I want to get up around 6, like
Yeah.
every day, not
Yeah,
just
routine
a little
kinda
structure.
thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I think that go a long way. Like being a man, I think that trickles down. Like the more structure I have, the more structure my kids
Sure.
have, and everybody else have.
Yeah,
That's
like
facts.
you said, it's discipline. Yeah.
So like
It's
a little
important.
more discipline. How that look? If that's going to the gym 4 times a week, which it doesn't look like that, but yeah. But if it did look like that, yeah, I'm willing to do that. But yeah, that's it. And then I always want to. I just want to be. I want to increase my wealth. However, I feel that it's going to be like. I just want to make more than I did last year. I kind of keep that a goal. Like if I look at what my W-2 and stuff look like that, and it's like I try to increase that every year. Like making money now. How
I
that
did
shake
that
out,
this year.
or learning stuff to like odd
Yeah.
jobs and stuff like that.
That's
I got an
right.
internship.
Right. I was just about to say no, but seriously, like
yeah.
I think it's
But
important.
I do want to keep diving into that space of like creators
yeah,
and stuff like that.
because you're really good with that. You are. You know.
Well,
I don't give you
ain't
too
that
many
good.
compliments.
Somebody was like, they was like, oh, I do my own shit. But go ahead, Ty. Go get your goals,
Is this
Ty.
a moment and I'm missing it?
Ty, get your goals off. Go ahead, Ty.
I think it's a moment, right?
No, go ahead.
Am I going in or
No.
I'm not
Yeah,
going in.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your goals off.
My goals are, let me know, Ed. Or am I
Your
going
goals.
in?
No, go ahead. We can
Okay.
talk. Let's get to the goals.
Y'all, just so y'all know, Sport and I, we
Yeah.
go back a long way.
Yeah.
Very long. We used to be friends. Like, we used to be classmates.
Well, you know
we were,
me. I'm not friends with anybody to get on this podcast. Just have
So
no, I'm playing.
Hey, you look
I'm
around, you
sorry,
got
I'm
different
just-
friends than you had last year and all that.
Wait, what's going on?
I got a lot of former teammates. But go ahead.
Well, I'm a current teammate, okay? But no, listen, it's my man over here. But it's like a little tussle. Brother and sister, how you might tussle sometimes.
Big brother.
Sibling rivalry.
Big brother
I
and
mean,
sister.
it's probably by a few months. Like, relax. But yeah, so if y'all feel a little bit of the friction or the tension as y'all listening, as y'all watching, it's all
It's all
love.
love for sure.
It's all love. I just gotta let him know what's really going on. But yeah, so for my 2025 goals, I do want to continue on my journey of healthy living, like you said. To your point, losing weight is, I feel, majority diet anyway. Like, we talk about exercising, hitting the gym, because of course you want to get toned, you want to get everything tight, right? But like, it's really about your diet. So I feel like if you get disciplined with that, drinking more water, because that's another thing. And quick little wellness segment. We don't realize how many calories we consume by what we drink. Our coffee, soda, juice. If you count the calories, like, it'd be a lot of calories.
Yeah.
And so, like, if we just even start out with just minimizing the sugary drinks and all of that, and maybe doing more water, then I feel like that's half the battle right there. And then the more water you drink, the more water you'll want. So just, encouraging you for the new year. Like, don't try to be like, all right, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, clean eat. And it's just not realistic.
Yeah,
it's not realistic.
for sure.
I've lost 40 pounds. That's my highest weight loss. And it really was just eating better, but like also giving myself those cheat meals, like not making it unrealistic, because you want it to be a long-term thing. So I want to continue on that, pushing myself more with my body, lifting heavier. I was actually thinking about, I am thinking about going vegan. I don't know. I'm considering it.
Don't do it.
Just because I have a friend who is vegan, and whenever I hang out with her, everything is vegan. Why are you
Okay.
making that face?
I just said don't do it.
He
But go
You
ahead.
said don't do it?
Don't do that.
But Yo, I felt so much better. Like, so the other day we celebrated her birthday,
Okay.
and her boyfriend had grilled for her, and it was all vegan stuff, of course. I mean, it was vegetables, corn, asparagus, I think mushrooms, but we did like vegan burgers, hot dogs, like, stuff you would put on the grill. And like, when I just say, like, for one, it was delicious. I tore it up, and that wasn't my first time having like an Impossible burger before, but even afterwards, not to get too graphic, but just the way it felt in my body, it just felt good. Like, you could tell when you had a healthy meal, right? And that's the one thing I think about getting healthier is you get kind of addicted to that, where like you go to the bathroom regularly, you don't got no issues, that you just feel light, like you just feel good. You feel like not as groggy, not as weighed down. So with the vegan meal we had, I was like, wow, that's really, I don't know, it just made me feel good because it's plant based.
Right.
Then I had some vegan cupcakes before. I was like, yo, vegan stuff is good. Like, I don't know. I love meat, pork, chicken, all of the things, but beef, I love, don't do that. However, again, I'm just thinking about something different. Like, just healthier living. Like, maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't do it every day.
What's your other ones? Just that one or?
Time management. Okay,
That's a good one.
That's a new one for me because before I felt like I was really good with time management, but I have like a lot of creative projects going on in my life, and that's what I'm just so blessed to say. Like, I have so many exciting things happening, but I need to manage my time because I feel myself at times getting a little overwhelmed because I'm excited, but then it's like, the excitement then turns to anxiety. And it's not like bad anxiety, it's good anxiety, but it's still anxiety. So I'm like, I need to like better manage my time. So I feel like, okay, this day is dedicated to that, and just whatever. So I think those are my biggest two. Just continue with healthy living, pushing my body a little more in the gym and what I'm eating. Possibly doing more like maybe meatless Mondays or something like that. Like incorporating more days where I'm not eating meat or like, things that are a little unhealthy. And then, time management. So I think those are good ones because I'm not trying to have too many goals and then I'm like mad that I didn't accomplish half of them.
Let me ask y'all this, and I know we had a meeting about it, and it was like we had an extensive meeting and stuff like that, and talked about.
Oh, that was very extensive. Yeah, that was a good one
for FY25. But if y'all want to, without indulging too much, let me ask you first, what you think would be the goal for the podcast and just moving forward next year? Like, what would you love to see?
Well, like we talked about
us and for the listeners and people that tune in, what would be great?
You know me, more events.
I
love the events.
Do the Birdman hands.
I love the events, but no, just like we said, more consistency. Putting more content out there, getting more traffic towards us, and building the discourse.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's because I really think that's going to be a good thing, the discourse thing, and I really believe in that. So I want for us to push that more. Stuff like that.
You got anything, Ty?
Fiscal year Q1 2025 for the pod. I'm going to say merch. I want us to get some merch popping.
Yeah, for the summer come.
For sure.
Nice.
Not even before the summer come, because merch is the year round.
I'm just saying, like.
No, I want us to at least have one piece of merch by the end of Q1 2025. We're not going to say what that piece of merch is yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should have some merch because I just, think we have a good logo, good content, good creativity, and we need to represent our brand for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would just say consistency, yeah, for sure. But like, I want us to develop our community, not just the people that listen and stuff like that, but just us in general. Like we see each other, when we record,
right?
And y'all family, like, and we always got that family feel, and we need to start doing that. Like,
like linking up.
We thrive the most with the pod. When any podcast I ever did, we thrive the most in it when you start to incorporate your co-hosts into your co-family. So I do want to develop that, like start doing barbecues and hey, we going out. Yeah. Like either every time we had an event, we kind of linked up afterwards and stuff like that and did something. But I think we need to start enjoying our company with each other more than just through a text thread. So I definitely want to like
Yeah,
be
that's
more
dope.
involved.
Yeah, I mean, well, we meet pretty regularly, so I feel like
Yeah.
that's something we could
I don't
literally
enjoy
just.
the meetings though. I don't enjoy them.
You don't enjoy the meetings?
No.
I mean, but we
No,
gotta
I'm
have
playing,
meetings.
I'm playing.
I know meetings aren't fun, right? Who
Yeah,
wants to go to
yeah.
a meeting?
But I definitely want to do more like in person stuff.
But yeah,
I think
no, but I'm
I'll
just
be
saying.
I'll be refreshed after the meeting. I'll be
You'll
real
be
like,
excited, right? Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine,
yeah,
me
we
too.
about to-
Especially
we
the
probably
last
like, yeah, we
one.
about to do this
Right,
shit.
nah,
Yeah,
for real.
I-
Especially, so, yo, I write notes, like, for those of you that are listening or watching, like, these two guys, they really work with me because I really be crazy with it. Sending meeting minutes and everything. Like, this is an organization. This is a business.
Yeah.
But I've calmed down a little bit. But I, of course, will still take notes. That way, if it's something that we might have a question about, I could, like, refer back to it. So whenever, like, I'm making up the agenda or just kind of, skimming through what we talked about at the last meeting, when I see, like, some of the stuff that we did and accomplished, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's why
dope.
with the last meeting, and not to talk too much of our business, but like I want us to remember, like, to talk about like what we've done, like the accomplishments we've made.
Yeah,
because I feel like
exactly.
we so like, all right, we gotta do this,
Right.
that we forget to like embrace, like, yo, we said we was going to do this and we actually did it.
Did it, yeah.
So we need to like, kind of be in a moment a little more.
Right.
So with that, we answered. You said your goal. Okay, we talked about all goals because I wanted to ask y'all a question, but I wanted to make sure we was finished.
All right, go ahead.
With the last topic.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
ready for this? Because this is a
Shoot.
surprise one.
All right.
I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think makes up a man's ego?
Damn, that's a good question.
That's a good question. You can go first.
And that's why I
You go
said it's going
first.
to be
You
a
go first.
surprise, John. I can't let y'all think. I want to get y'all on the spot. What makes up a man's ego?
I think pride for sure.
Yeah,
Pride.
a pride would
Little
be
pride
one.
in it.
I think your confidence does too.
Confidence.
Like and the like it's a couple things that go into this punch per se to make you feel that way. And I think it's needed because for you to have the confidence to talk to the women you talk to, for you to have the confidence to go in an interview and interview the way you do, or to carry yourself a
Right.
certain way, to be to sit at the quote unquote head of the table as the man, I think you need a bit of your confidence. So what goes into it is like your pride. I want to say like you gotta be whatever you think is your like best attribute, like so. Like for example, me, I think I'm very funny, so I lead with jokes. Because once people laugh, that reassures me. If y'all notice, a lot of times we come in here, I get the joking. And once everybody start laughing, now I feel great about what I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
And that feeds my ego. So I think a lot of your best
Okay.
attribute, whatever you it is.
Is
if you
whatever
think
your
it's-
strength is,
Yeah, if
kinda.
you think you're a charming man,
Yeah.
if you think you got muscles, that's when people be like, oh,
With
but
the
just
muscle
grab that.
shirts,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
rolling.
yeah.
Let me
Be
get
like,
this
yo,
tape.
yeah. Or like certain
Y'all say
people-
we need more chairs.
yeah. Or certain people who like articulate well, they like to speak about different things. So I think
Yeah,
that goes.
yeah.
I think your main component of what you think is your strength, your characteristic strength. I think you exhibit that first,
You
and that
lead
kind of
with
goes
that.
into your ego.
Okay.
I think a little bit is I don't want to take everything, but I think a little bit is how women feel about you.
You got it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. What about you, Heb? What
He
makes
nailed
up a
it.
man's ego?
He nailed it.
No, go
He
ahead,
nailed
you gotta
it.
say
So you
something.
agree 100%
I agree
with everything he
100%
said?
with him. I feel like the same stuff. Pride and like putting your best attribute to the forefront. It helps your ego. It helps build your ego. Of course, women definitely.
Yeah.
If a woman compliments you or a woman, tell you doing something good, that definitely boosts my ego for sure. And just yeah, like
Being unique too.
for just people to be proud of me, say they proud of me, it boosts my ego too. So stuff like that.
So what? And I asked this question because, as a woman, men and women both have egos, right? But men, their ego is more like, like I don't know, y'all like
Like,
y'all
alpha.
lead with your ego, like you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times women sometimes can suffer because of that. I mean, if we want to go to the real extreme scenario where, like, let's say a man is trying to come at a woman and what he feels is rejection, but she's not interested. And a woman has a right to not be interested. You could think you're the best thing since sliced bread, but a woman has a right to say, no, thank you. And that shouldn't be an attack on you, or you shouldn't feel like that's an attack on you.
Well,
so let me
go ahead,
finish.
go ahead.
So there's been extreme cases where a man will, a woman will say, no, thank you. And she might have did it politely, right? Not trying to be like, not trying to air him out, not trying to disrespect him, nothing. But he just takes that very personally and then kills her or attacks her, is violent. So again, I'm going very, very extreme.
No,
So you see what I'm I'm getting at with that,
I've
where I
been
feel
in
like
spots like that,
it just happens a lot where like it's okay for a man to have an ego, but at what cost? At what cost?
I think you need it, but it doesn't mean that you have to put it on display. So I can, my ego can give me the courage to say something to you, but that doesn't mean that I have to display it to you. So my ego can tell me that, oh, I bagged the girl that looked like her. I can get her. But that don't mean I have to tell you like, yo, you come a dime a dozen. I've been had like, or you know what I mean?
Right.
You get what
Or
I'm saying?
even act away if I say
no,
thank you.
Yeah.
And again, that's just what made me ask this question, because again, like I said, I list, I name like the most extreme case where it get dangerous, but it's just something I feel that sometimes women, we have to deal with, and it's like, but that's not on me to feed your ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I cannot be interested for a number of reasons, and that's my personal business.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And hopefully you or him or whoever don't take it as like I'm disrespecting you, or I'm saying that you're unattractive or you stink or you don't look good. No, you could look good, smell good. It's just you're not for me. And it's like a lot of men will take that personally, and now a woman has to suffer. And even if it's not in that extreme case, sometimes it just be this attitude, or just like this, now you trying to humiliate me, or now you trying to come at me because you don't like the fact that you felt rejected. But it's like, I didn't want you to feel rejected.
Yeah,
I'm not interested. And
that's what
it's
be
not a
lot, though.
disrespect
The
to you.
rejection thing. Like a lot of people can't take rejection.
I hear a lot of girls don't put themselves in that position no more because of the
them
negativity.
situations.
So they
Or
do a
they'll
lot of, you hear the, I'll take your number.
Yeah.
Or you hear the,
or
I'll
they'll
give 'em a
exchange
fake
it,
number.
but
Yeah.
or no, they'll give them a real number, because
then
some
block
guys
it.
will call
Call
you
right then,
and then
yeah.
they'll block it.
Yeah.
I remember
Which is
growing
like
up.
kind of sad.
Growing up, they always told me if a girl took your number, she wasn't interested.
She
in
wasn't
it.
calling you. Yeah. Well, that's
If she
still to
took
this
your
day,
number.
Oh, if
though,
she
like,
took yours
Yeah.
instead of
If
if
she
she
instead of
took
giving
hers.
her,
yeah.
yeah.
If she take your number, but like, don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's a
it.
wrap.
Don't even worry about
That's
it.
It's
true.
a
I mean,
wrap.
that is true.
Yeah, but
That's
a
true.
lot of women say that. I have
Like,
had that happen before though. Somebody took my number and I actually gave it to them, and they eventually called me.
They did call you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but that
good.
just means
That's
that you're
decent.
not number one on the list.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
No,
I
it
would-
definitely means
I
it
mean,
because
I
they
don't
don't
think we
call
should
you
make
right
assumptions.
next. They like, all right, all right, let me get
Who
the,
gonna pick up next?
Yeah, yeah.
Or it might be
Yeah.
like, who this? I mean, hello? Damn, this was that nigga. The nigga I ain't want to call.
I forgot who he was.
You said you had a yellow shirt.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
You
All
said
right,
we
let me
met in the
save it
bar.
next
send
time.
me a
It's
picture.
Mike
I don't
yellow
remember.
shirt
I
at
don't
the
remember.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
But I think I think women need their ego too, like, cause you gotta feel like you look good. Regardless if you look good or not, you have to feel like you look good as a woman.
Absolutely. I mean,
But it doesn't have to.
I think
display
whether it be
out-
man or a woman, ego should come just from your inner confidence. Because when it's coming from your inner confidence, it's not affected by, like, if I like come at a guy, not that I will ever come at a guy like, yo, what's up, how you doing? Like, I'm not gonna do that. But let's say, I like a guy, right? And I don't know, somehow I'm thinking maybe he'll ask for my number and he doesn't. I mean, maybe I'll feel a little like, oh snap, I kind of liked him, but I'm not going to think I'm not as pretty because he didn't want to deal with me. You see what I'm saying? Because I have my inner confidence. This is my ego. Like, it's not impacted by any external circumstances.
Why do women do that though? And I don't want to open up a Pandora box, but it's like
What?
like I've had like friends that's girls, and they'll be like, oh, I like the guy, and like
If
they
he
just
ain't
let the
holla at
guy.
him.
If he don't ask for
Yeah.
my number or pursue me,
I
I'm
ain't
just
gonna
keep
do nothing.
giving
Yeah.
off.
Well, I have, like, I'm not going to say I pursued a guy, but I definitely have kind of like had an
I guess
exchange.
you just make a guy feel like he should
or-
ask you for the number, and then like, damn, stupid, you ain't give it. Like, you're like,
No, I haven't done
dummy.
that, but I might have said something like, oh, maybe we can go out for a drink or something.
Okay, but yeah, but that could be casual though. Like,
No, it's not.
no, that's
I'm
definitely
not going
casual.
out for a.
You can go out
I'm
with a
not
drink. Some people just be thirsty, especially when it come to women. Women that say,
Some
"Let's
people
go out
just
to a
be
drink," and they don't
thirsty
have
for-
no intentions on doing nothing but drinking.
Not me
the money.
personally. I'm not inviting
chill.
you out. Well, I know, but I'm just
I'm
saying
just
in my
saying in
case,
general,
like,
like-
if I were to say to somebody,
No, but
To me,
that's
you gotta
serious,
know
though.
the
Like
circumstance
me,
too. Like you know that I'm kind of
I'm
trying
single. I'm single, right? And I know when
to.
like
Not one
no,
single, two
Yeah, he's
singles.
double
yeah,
single.
He
no,
double
I'm telling
single.
you, I'm single now. But like,
Wait, what was the single before? Like
the single before was bringing different people to the parties.
he said that
But I digress.
on camera.
Yeah. But
Okay,
listen,
On camera, this boy is wild.
but now he's single.
but like I won't entertain certain women because I know like y'all just like this just like what y'all like to say, you just trying to take me on tour, like you know what I mean, like you want to see what you can get from me, and
Right.
you don't even show enough interest to tell if you really like me or not.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but this
We'll dig into that a little bit more in next episode.
but this episode 80 of the DI
80.
double P.
Wow, it's a lot of episodes.
We getting up there,
That's
man.
your
We getting
catchphrase. Wow.
wow.
It is.
Oh yeah, wow.
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 It's the DI
It's hey,
double P.
y'all,
Have it
and
with
it's
the
wow.
slogan.
But you know what it is. As long as you're in progress, you're not failing. It's the dip. We out.
Bye, y'all.